I think there's a lot more people that's not paying their bills than media wants you to know. They've been real quiet about this issue. And I'm not talking about utilities like necessities. I'm talking about, I really don't think there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people that's not paying like medical bills, their mortgages, credit card bills, and any other bills, you've accumulated other than like water, electricity, and gas. Because I don't think the American government wants people to get the idea that if they stop paying their bills, nothing's going to happen. But I think that's what's happening. I know that there are a lot of people who stopped being able to afford their mortgage, and they're still in their houses, and it's been 2-3 years. Because whether they admit it or not, we've been in a recession for years. And I think once the rest of us realize that, wait, I stopped paying my credit card bill and really nothing's happening other than it's messing up this phantom credit score, and everybody's credit is jacked up. So now what? I think a lot of people aren't paying bills. So, I mean, I stopped paying some bills. I'm like, I ain't paying this mess. Shoot. Put it on my credit report. I get it off.
You see, that right there is someone who's just defeated. And there's a lot of people right now that's just like, yo, these bills, everything is just piling up, but you don't know how to pay it. But I will say this, just acting like it's just going to go away and there's going to be no consequences for not paying your bills, it's not one of the best choices. It's not one of the best choices. You don't want to mess around and find out, right? Yeah, you might not be able to pay your credit card bill, and you might let it go to collections and screw it and act like nothing's going to happen until you try to apply for another car loan and your interest rate is like damn near 17-20%. We try to apply for a job and you get denied because they look at your credit report and they recognize your credit score is not that great and you are a big risk to get hired at that firm. Living life in denial, guys, is not a good thing. If you cannot pay your bills and you're struggling, I understand there's certain things that you need to cut back on. And you know what? If you can't pay that credit card, then you can't pay it. But simply just acting like it's no consequences from it and just, you know what? I'm just not gonna pay it because who cares? No one else is paying it. That is the delusion that a lot of people get. And unfortunately, when you're struggling and you're down and out, you try to find excuses for you to make a dumb decision, which is to just let bills go into collections and whatnot. Now, I get it. Right now, in the economy, things are really, really tough. Really tough. And people are getting these medical bills that they can't afford to pay. Right now, it's a struggle. But to just act like just do it. Just act like just let it go. Who cares? Come on, man. There's tough times we're going through, and you want to try to maintain your bills as much as possible. That way, when you come out of the other side of this, right, when things get better, you don't have to clean up that nasty mess that you got, right? Especially with a jacked up credit score. You can't. And she's there like, I'm just not paying it, right? I'm just not going to pay it. Really? Right? Because everyone thinks it's all good to just not pay your bills, whatever. Like there's no consequences until you get summoned, until you recognize like, wait, what? They could sue me. And yeah, you might say I have no money, so who cares? Oh, but they'll wait till you have money, right? To get a house, to put a lien on your house. There's so many consequences for you having that, and not just that. You know how it is with these collectors, man. Having these collectors continuously calling you and nagging you, and next thing you know, they reach out to your family members, they reach out to other people. That's not a life that you want. That's not a life that anyone wants to have. Times is tough. I get it, but acting like it's not a big deal and acting like who cares about it. That's not a way to approach it. That's why, guys, you really need to handle your bills. At least pay enough of these credit cards to just sustain, right? To just keep it on a certain level until things get better. And to things get better, and trust me, they will get better. We are not in a recession. We're not. What's happening right now is people are getting to realization that they cannot live a life on just credit cards, right? They just for years been masking all their money problems with using credit cards. And then now they're using buy now, pay later. And then they start asking people for money until you know what? That gets cut off. And once that gets cut off, you have no other option. And now you have to face the reality of a mistake you continuously have been making. You could have fixed that a long time ago, but you continuously made the same mistake and the same mistake and the same mistake and the same mistake. And all those mistakes just added up to a point you get to now where you feel like, yo, what am I doing? Like, what is this really all about? What is life all about if all I gotta do is just work and pay bills and pay credit card debt? But guess what? Those credit card debt, you created that credit card debt. No one forced you to get all those debt, the credit card debt. You put yourself in that situation and saying to yourself, well, that person stayed in his house for 3 or 4 years not paying a mortgage, so it's okay for it's okay for me not to pay it. Mess around and find out, right? Mess around and find out if you go around not paying your mortgage. It's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. And promoting stuff like that on TikTok is definitely not a good look. And I get it, right? That's what TikTok's about. TikTok's about just saying crazy things or whatever. But some people believe in it. And some people right now are really vulnerable and down and out and they're trying to find a solution. And like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk away from all of this. You can't, right? You can't. You have to face the reality of you're doing something in your life right now that you need to change. You just need to change. You need to sit down, do a budget, and see what's happening with you financially before you just give up and just go to collections and possibly get sued. You don't want to do all that. There's other options, guys, I want you to really, really pay attention to. You really do. Because I'm seeing this all over social media. People are just tired and exhausted. And when they see videos like that, like, oh, well, I guess it's not just me. And then they just make the situation even worse. Well, guys, drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about what she just said in her video. Do you agree or disagree? I would love to hear about it. At the same time, hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Peace.